Good morning and welcome to Hangar-7, which is home to Red Bull's amazing collection of cars, planes and incredible flying machines. But as we all know, there's only one kind of incredible flying machine, the most incredible, which are the Red Bull X-Alps athletes. In a moment we're going to chat to a few who are here, so let's go and have a wander. We're here obviously for the press release. The press conference. I was writing the press release late last night. And so that kicks off in about 15 minutes. We're not going to be filming during that. It's going to be mostly in German. So we'll go and chat to a few athletes beforehand, get their thoughts on the start, and then we'll come on again after the press conference. So tune in after that, which will be at about 11 o'clock. Keep checking social. We'll be going live again afterwards. So let's wander in and see who we can find. I wonder if we can find, look, there's the Red Bull X-Alps Champion 2040 over here. Hey Tom, could we have a chat with the Red Bull X-Alps Champion 2040?
This is Jack. So yeah, he's exactly the weight of my backpack actually. Exactly, yeah, 8 kilo something. So.
Yeah, there was a X-Alps athlete, Honza Remenick. Do you remember? He always used to train with his child on his back. Is that what you did?
Yeah, no, I didn't train with him on the back, but I train quite a lot during the night, because I don't sleep much with him. So I'm ready for the lack of sleep actually.
You're sleep deprived trained.
Yeah, sleep deprived trained.
I guess. How are you feeling now before the race? I guess you're just desperate to start now.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to start. It's when you train for 2 years. It's the last 6 months have been really intense. 6 months of hard training, 5-6 days per week. So now it's time to go. It's just, and I know this is the best moment when we all leave Mozartplatz. We can leave this behind. Like all the preparation, all the stress, and just go for the big mountains. And yeah, so I'm really looking forward for the start.
Thanks, Tom. We'll catch up with you in a bit.
Welcome.
Yeah,
sure.
Let's see. Paul's over here. Let's talk to Paul Gushelbauer. Paul, can we have a word? We're doing a little Facebook Live. So I guess you're just ready to go now. You're desperate to start.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's time to go. It feels like time to go.
What's the weather situation at the moment? What's your interpretation of that?
I haven't checked in detail yet what tomorrow is going to happen, but it doesn't look perfect. That's what I heard. So we will see if we stay a little bit more in the mountains or if we go really only running out in the flats down south.
So do you think it could be like last time where it's just raining hard on the Geisberg and you've got to hike all the way south?
No, I don't think it's going to be like that. It's not going to be that bad because I've never seen it that bad on Geisberg in my life before, so it can't be that bad anymore. But I haven't checked in detail. I'll see tonight and we'll all see tomorrow.
And you must have an idea of how long, in good weather conditions, a rough idea of how long the race could take and how long it could take in bad conditions. What would your estimate be?
Well, in very, very good weather conditions, we maybe 10 days. But in normal weather conditions, everybody has to see, or the challenge is going to be to reach Monaco at all in the time frame of 12 days.
Final question, what are you most looking forward to about the race?
Arriving in Monaco. Honestly, yeah.
For you, is it about the competition or is it just the adventure? Do you just love just to take part?
It's a combination of it. I always took part in competitions all my life, so I like competing. But also, of course, to be outside and fly and like find ways, like individual ways through the mountains. I really like that, and so the combination is great.
And do you think, will the high snow levels, will that change things? Will that make a significant impact?
That's a good question that I don't know myself yet, really. We have to cross the main reach of the Alps, in the beginning at least, where there's snow for sure. But if there's just flyable conditions, we can make it over it. There's not going to be any issue, but as soon as you have to land somewhere above 2,300 meters, you're going to be in the snow for sure. So I haven't seen the conditions at the moment, but we will see tomorrow.
Well, good luck, Paul. Thanks a lot. Thanks. Let's see who else we can talk to. Let's take a wander. Who have we got over here? Kinga. No, excuse me. Dominica. Dominica. Excuse me. How are you feeling ahead of the race?
Very excited. I would like to start this adventure finally.
Yes, because you've been kind of waiting and all the equipment checks all week. Everyone's just been sort of doing, getting the glider stuff, and you're just ready to go now.
Yeah. I would like to go.
Yeah. And what's your feeling on the weather? Do you think you'll be able to fly tomorrow?
Well, I'm planning to check the final weather forecast afternoon. It looks pretty over development, so I don't know. Maybe we will fly down, maybe we will fly a little bit. I don't suppose we fly to Wagrain. I think it's not possible. Maybe we will fly, maybe not. We'll see.
But it's the same for everyone.
Yeah,
so.
It's the same for everyone, exactly.
So this is your first time. Do you have any? What's your race strategy?
Race strategy? Oh, I don't know. We'll try to make advantage on the weather and then adapt to this. And
do you have a specific goal in mind where you say, okay, I'll be unhappy if I make it here, I'll be happy if I make it here, anything else is a bonus?
Yeah, something like this. I will be happy to not be rejected. I will be happy to go to Switzerland, and then after everything I will make more. It will be a bonus. But it's maybe... I would like to go to Monaco, but it's very tough. And for the girl, and for the first time, it could be impossible. I'm aware, conscious of this, but yeah, I'm motivated and will fight.
Of course, we're all interested in the fact that you're a girl. We don't have many girls competing in the Red Bull X-Alps. But is it an issue for you, or do you see yourself taking part on an equal playing field?
Maybe physically we are a little bit slower, but we are also having endurance, so it might be an advantage. I consider myself as a pilot, as an athlete, not like a girl or female or male, but of course there are differences between.
But on a race of 2 weeks, I think endurance is, men and women are equal, and in the air, I guess, you're equal as well.
Yeah, some mental factor also counts, but I think we can find the strong sides. I mean, women can find in themselves also strong points.
Are there any advantages, do you think, to being female? The way you might think, for example. To give an example, like maybe guys can be a bit gung-ho, racing all off to the mountain where at once, going too fast, whereas girls might be a little bit more sensible. Would that be true?
It might be true. I think you're right. Sometimes it's more. It's worth to risk less. Sometimes it's good to be slower, and you can wait, observe the things, and then you can make an advantage. I don't know. We'll see. It's so many things that can happen that it's really, really.
Well, good luck and have fun. So we'll catch you around.
Thank you.
As always with Facebook Live, send us your comments. If you've got any questions, if there's anyone you want to talk to, put a comment in, and we'll try and find them. We've got several athletes here, and just having a look around to see who else we've got. There's Paul. Let's have a little wander this way, and to see who else we can see. Oh look, I've just seen a couple of British guys. Tom, can we grab you here?
All right.
So, we've got Tom Payne here. He is an ex-Red Bull X-Alps athlete who competed last, I think, in 2009.
That's correct, yeah.
So, Tom, what's your feeling on this year's race?
Oh, it's going to be so exciting. I mean, every year the level gets higher and higher. You've just got total 5 or 6 absolute top contenders going to battle Kriegel. We've got an amazing racetrack of the course. It's going to be absolutely gripping to watch, and the weather looks good for the first week as well.
Who is your money on?
I think it's going to be a multi-way battle. I think ones to watch are particularly Maxime Pinot, Benoit Hutet, Kriegel himself, of course, Paddy von Karnel from Switzerland, and I hear Simon Oberauer as well from Austria is a pretty hot topic these days as well.
Yeah. And the course this year, the route is, we've got more turn points than ever, crossing the Alps. Also, there's a high level of snow. How do you think the high snow level will affect the race?
It's certainly going to limit the athletes' options. You know, I've heard they have to carry avalanche gear if they're going to be flying over snowy areas these days. A few of them are going to be packing inflatable snowshoes for those long hikes over the coals. It's going to make it very interesting indeed. Yeah.
Wait, you can get inflatable snowshoes?
Yeah. Apparently they're about this big, and you can stash them in your harness. And then when you land, you know, you're not going to be wading through thigh-deep slow. You'll be skipping over the top.
Because hiking through snow will just suck, won't it? I mean, that's just horrible.
Yeah. It's not. It's just snow. It's just you're going to get completely soaked. Your feet are going to get cold. Your legs are going to get cold. And when you take off afterwards, I mean, if you assume you can run fast enough to actually take off in deep snow, your entire lower body is going to be freezing. So from a health management side of things, it's really quite tricky to manage.
With the turn points closer together, do you think that will have an effect on the race? Because in previous years, where it's completely wide open, it's kind of freestyle. People tend to go their own way. Like, you know, Nick Neenans tends to weave his own course. Do you think this will force athletes to stay closer together?
Yeah, it definitely channels them. And I think what the result will be that the short-term tactical decisions will become much more important. Instead of do I go north or south of the Alps, it'll be do I want to go down this valley or that valley, whereas there's going to be a small weather window that means I can get up to a takeoff, fly and leapfrog over someone in front. So it's going to be much more micro management and tactics than the grand strategic lines. But as a result, we're going to have all the athletes much closer together, and I think we're going to see a few little leadership changes and a lot of there's going to be a very fast race course with lots of excitement as the positions change.
Now, you mentioned that the weather's looking flyable for the next week, but I mean, you know, absolutely baking hot here in Salzburg. I mean, it's like, you know, but you know, thunderstorms are forecast for tomorrow. So what's your feeling on the weather?
So tomorrow it looks, I think they will fly from the Geisberg tomorrow. Tomorrow is definitely the worst day of the week. But from Monday onwards, it looks like the high pressure comes back. Yes, there'll be thunderstorms in the late afternoons. Cloud bases might be quite low, but it's going to be flyable for X-Alps pilots for, I think, most of the first week.
So for all the fans watching at home, obviously, you know, going to be glued to live tracking. Where do you think the athletes will be? What you know, by the end of Sunday, do you think they will have made Wagrain? When do you think they'll make the first turn points, Aschau-Chiemsee, and then on to Kronplatz?
Yeah, given the weather forecast, I expect there'll be people in Wagrain tomorrow evening, and Chiemsee probably Monday afternoon, I'm thinking. If you look at the stats in recent weather, they're averaging between 100 to 200 kilometres along the course line each day. So taking that as an average, we'll see them in Switzerland in Wednesday, Thursday probably. It's going to be fast, yeah.
It's going to be fast. Tom, thank you very much. Hopefully we'll chat to you again at some point during the race.
Cheers.
Great. So we are just 6 minutes until the conference starts. We're going to have some speeches. We'll wrap up when that gets going. Should we see who else we can talk to? That looks like Marko Haguric behind me. Marko, could we have a word? Yeah. We'll do a little Facebook Live. Come on over. Are you ready? Ready to go?
Ready. We're ready.
I don't think we've had many athletes from Croatia in the Red Bull X-Alps, so I think you might be the first.
Yes, I'm the first one. Yeah.
What is scaring you about the route? What are you nervous about a day before we start?
The weather. My good skills are in flying, not in running, so that can a little bit make some differences. But yeah, if it's walking or running, everyone will suffer. So at the end, it's the same for everybody.
Yeah, I think suffering is a given. I think that's just. So, can you tell us about some of the preparation that you've been doing? How have you been training?
Mostly it was what I was focused on climbing at a high altitude or artificial higher altitude, so I can withstand high altitudes flying or walking and climbing, and also long distance walks. So running definitely is not my thing, but long walks, that's what I was focused on.
So what would a long walk be? 50k or less, more?
Like 50, 60k a day, and that you are okay after it. So.
And your body's in good shape?
Yeah, like the best I ever had. So hopefully it will be enough.
Well, great. Well, we can't wait to see you out there. And do you want to give a little message in Croatian to the fans back home?
Pozdrav svima u Hrvatskoj koji nas prate.
Excellent. What does that mean?
Hi to everybody that's following us.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck to not just you, but to all 32 athletes from 20 countries who will find themselves on the start line tomorrow in Salzburg's Mozartplatz, ready to hike up the first turn point, the Geisberg. So let's see, is there any other peeps we can talk to? Let's have a wander. Let's go and see who else is around. Who else is there? Any other athletes? Oh. Aha, here he is. Kriegel. How are you?
Good morning, I'm fine. You?
I'm all well. We're ready to follow you tomorrow as you race up to the Geisberg. What's your feeling on the weather? Do you think it'll be flyable tomorrow?
I hope it's flyable, but I not check the forecast because this we do tomorrow morning.
So always just check the weather in the morning.
I think it's the best because it's changing anyway, and tomorrow we know how it is.
But it always changes, yeah. So tell me, overall, this is you've won the race 5 times. Is a 6th win possible?
I hope it's possible, yes, because I had a good preparation. I feel very good. I have very good material, good glider, everything. It's fine. I think the best team, and with each run, it looks good to have good support until the goal, Monaco, and so why not winning?
What do you do differently in terms of your training? Is there anything that you do differently, or do you have this winning formula that just works every time? 2013 worked in 2015, or do you change things always?
I try to change small things where I think it can brings me more speed, but in general it's the same. It's a strategy, they work well, and it's my flying skills they work well. But yeah, with a long time training, I mean, I started enduring training in 2009 for the first edition, and I never stopped. So I always push to the for example, ski touring competitions in the winter, for the high mountain running in the summer. And with this training, I can continue or be better, and it helps.
Are you worried about the French?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Maxim, it's very strong now. I know him from the World Cup, from the Park Landing competition, and he's one of the pilots. He have a very good feeling to fly fast, alone, fast, and for sure it's a game for us. But the one they have a better tactic, maybe he will win.
It promises to be an exciting race. So most importantly, have fun, and we'll see you on the road.
Yes. See you soon on the next points.
Yes. I think you're getting your call to go up. What have we got here? Hey man, how are you doing before the race?
Yeah, good. And now we're looking for tomorrow. The weather looks not so good, hopefully flyable, so we don't have to walk down. But then the next days after tomorrow looks not so bad. So hopefully we can fly as much as possible directly to Switzerland. And then that's the part what I am looking really forward to fly, hopefully in Switzerland. Yeah.
So, Patrick, you're at 24. You're the youngest, aren't you, on the of the whole of the X-Alps athletes? Have you got enough experience, do you think, for a race of this magnitude?
It's really hard to say. I think of the flying part, I will say yes. I can fly a lot because I work as a test pilot, so I think in this part I have enough experience, but it's gonna be quite tricky for me to find the right speed in the beginning so that my body is fit enough to do this long race. So I think this is for me one of the importance and the trickiest part to find this right speed. Yeah.
And being Swiss, of course, is an advantage because every winner has always been a Swiss athlete. Do you think making the podium is a possibility for you? Do you think winning is somewhere in your mind?
We don't think about that. We just have the goal to have fun and work quite good together. So then we know from other races that it works good, and then we will see on the end what's going on. But the priority, have fun and do our best, and it's good. Yeah.
You've been training with Kriegel. What's he taught you?
Quite a lot. No, it's really hard to say. I think he showed us these small points, but on the end it's quite a big point that makes the difference to the other from Kriegel. So we learned a lot about these small points where we can optimize. Is it in the material or in the race? And that's one of the parts. And it's really hard. It's so many things. And it's not only Kriegel, it's also Thomas that helps us really a lot in the strategy and how we can manage this big race. So these two guys, they helped us really, really a lot. Yeah.
Is that Thomas Turilat? Yeah, so who was Kriegel's first supporter, yeah. So he's been helping you as well?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And this was really nice to work together with these two guys, because when they are together, it's so motivated to do something, and this was really cool, yeah.
Well, good luck. We look forward to following you on live tracking. So, we'll see you. So I think let's have a look at, I think the conference is about to begin. So all that's left to say is you'll, of course, be able to follow all the action on live tracking. We're going to wrap up now, but we will be, we'll turn the cameras back on again after the press conference and have a chat with some of the organisers. Thanks for watching.